Press the goddamn button.
All right, the button is pressed.
Welcome to I Love You Mana, your one-stop shop for podcasts about hobbies, card games,
death by AI,
golf,
death and suffering, and
the union will be crushed. The union is being crushed as we speak. The studios are standing firm. The writers are getting none of their wants.
What about SGA? SGA is going to strike too.
Yeah, that's not good, Zach. That just means like, oh, we'll all strike. That'll show them.
Yeah.
And the studios are like, we literally have AI Bruce Willis that can just replace all actors.
Incredible.
Howie Mandel has sold his digital scan.
Really?
Like they don't need people anymore.
You know, he's got a pretty good podcast. Have you listened to his podcast?
Yeah, I love his podcast. Yeah. I also love that Howie Mandel is always working, dude. Howie Mandel does stuff.
Yeah. He does it with his daughter and son. It's an interesting setup.
He's got a very good episode, a podcast talking about podcasts here, folks. He's got a very good episode on Neil Brennan's Blocks where he talks about mental health. And cool. It's a great listen. It's a great listen. But yeah, Howie Mandel was like the first celebrity to sell his digital scan, which means like in the future live for? He didn't say, but probably millions. In the future, like live performance will be gone too, because you'll literally just be able to like scan yourself and then just project that into people's minds.
Oh yeah, we're doing like Apple Vision stuff now.
Well, no, now the USDA, this is my AI news. The USDA has just given Elon Musk the green light to start testing these new nano chips on human beings, where basically if you get the chip, you will have all the knowledge of the internet.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
so we're going to be chipped pretty soon.
If I'm in the UK, I would call that a cheeky Nando's chip.
I mean,
what?
I mean, that's one way to react to this news that we're all going to be chipped.
What would you do if you were in Ireland, Zach? Can you think of something on the fly? Because we have a budding Irish listenership.
Well, you know,
I feel like that's Chewy using like a VPN or something. That's
I've been saying this. If you're one of our international listeners, please hit us up on any social media, any one of us or our accounts. I want to learn. Yeah,
DM me and I'll send you my dad's phone number if you're in Ireland, and talk like a leprechaun and freak him out. Get my dad over to Ireland under the pretenses that you're pretending to be a leprechaun that he can hunt.
Right. Yes. Haunt Mike's father. Did you want to talk about that, Mike? Your parents?
I'm coming off the tail end of like 11 days straight with my parents.
That's brutal, man.
On and off, right? It was your mom and
it was dead straight. It was 8 days with my dad. Next day, I drove down to my mom's.
Okay. So, but like they didn't overlap, is what I'm saying.
It didn't, but it still fucking sucked.
Mm-hmm.
Not sucked, but it was just like, it's exhausting.
It's a lot. It's draining. I understand, man.
Look at my eyes. I can barely keep them open.
Yeah, that's crazy, Mike.
Listeners, you got to get on the YouTube so you can see Mike's eyes.
Get on the YouTube to see how tired and run down I am.
Yeah, let's get a nice close-up of Mike's cold, dead eyes. God.
You look good, Mike. You have sun, though. You've been getting some sun.
Oh, yeah. I've been golfing every day.
Hell yeah.
See, Mike's life is filled with happiness, with warmth and love. He's getting married this
Hey, don't talk about that.
Yeah. I'm just saying there's plenty of love in Mike's life.
I don't need these Irish weirdos knowing all the intricacies of my life.
Ireland, Germany, I think is another. I'm tracking our stats.
Any spot with a burgeoning militia group listens to the program.
Yeah. Any spot with quality beer, right? There's Guinness, and Germany's got
There you go. Okay.
all of the beer culture. I'm just saying, maybe our European listeners know how to party.
Belly, do you drink?
I do, yeah, I do.
Like, are you like a daily drinker, or
I go in and out.
you like to tie one on at the end of the day?
I've gone through phases of my life where I needed that 1 or 2 beers or glasses of wine. I can control it now. That sounds so
Does this podcast make you drink?
You ever been a cocktail guy?
Sometimes. Not really. I like I'm a very basic man. I just look at my wife and ask her to tell me what I like.
Wow.
That's good. Hey, that's good.
I mean, she was a bartender.
Oh,
really?
Okay.
Yeah.
Does she know how to make what's the weirdest bevy she knows how to make?
Yeah, she should make the next line of Ricky Bevies.
I'll text her right now.
Does she know how to make an Irish car bomb?
Is that a
yeah, it's very easy, right?
She does. She is half Irish. Not to dox my wife. She is half Irish, and she does have relatives that were in the IRA. Fun fact.
Cool. What's the IRA like?
Awesome.
Like the Roth IRA?
Yes. Yes. That's exactly it.
She has a Roth IRA?
Yeah.
Nice.
We got to prep.
That'll pay off.
I'm going to ask my wife what is the craziest drink she can make. Let's see if she answers during the pod. We are filming. We are filming and podding much earlier than usual, so she is at work.
Yeah, I thought I had evening plans, but I canceled them.
Well, now our evenings are free. Isn't that wonderful?
I know. Isn't that awesome?
I'm pretty excied about this.
Yeah.
It's bullshit. I'm going to go to Acme and I'm going to sign up and I'm not going to get on. Or Mike could just go to Acme and get like 10 minutes. Isn't it fucked up?
I don't care about comedy, though.
Oh, my God. Also, speaking of cocktails, at Corner Bar last week.
Did you get drunk again?
Yeah.
What the fuck, Zach?
Well,
you should be staying away from these places, dude.
Honestly, I probably should cut down a little bit, but I'm having a Zachy little summer. So at Corner Bar they have a pineapple. They're doing pineapple martinis. Which I don't think has any martini ingredients in it.
I used to slam those. Well, the thing was like back in the day, it was I used to do when I lived in LA, I would do tequila Sunny D's.
Oh my God.
I would do a couple tequila Sunny D's in the shower every morning. So I could go to all my auditions nice and loose.
That's happy. We're happy.
And I knew I had to stop at one because I was like slurring the lines, and they're like, "Can you do those again? Are you like tired or something?" It was like 10:30 in the morning, and I just realized I was like, "Oh, I'm getting fucking drunk in the morning."
Oh no!
But then it took like another. How many more years did it take? Like another 5 to pull it together.
Mm-hmm.
Drinking's cool though, dude.
Yeah,
drinking's fun.
So cool, bro.
I mean, it is like it is if. Oh, well, crap. This is the fun thing about it, right? I mean, the thing about drinking, honestly, is that it in itself is not fun, but it's a fun feeling to be at the bar with people. It's a communal activity. Last Friday, I saw Ahmed for like the first time in months. He's up. He's walking around. He's got crutches. For the listener, Ahmed Khalaf. He's a very funny Minneapolis comic. Like one of the funniest out there.
Broke his leg.
Exactly.
I believe, was it wrestling?
Yes.
Wrestling at an
open
open
mic.
mic.
Wrestling Ebenezer at the Acme open mic.
So head on over to Acme if you want to see that kind of action. Wasn't even in the show. It was outside of the show. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Come to the Acme open mic if you want to see Ahmed's lawyer just take the place for all it's worth.
I think about that like playing.
It's not Acme's fault, dude. It's entirely Ahmed's fault.
Oh, of course.
Look at this.
100%.
Tor
Here we go.
Uggen. Tor.
Oh, hey guys.
It's Tor.
Oh my God.
Sorry, I was like 10
assembled.
minutes late.
Tor, read the group chat, dude.
I'm sorry, man.
We're all
Read it
mad
later,
at you.
Tor.
We're
Read
all
it
mad
later.
at you. We'll read it later so you don't get upset.
Okay, and
We
also
love you,
now that
Tor.
Tor's here,
We love
we've been
Tor.
sitting on this. We do have to review this.
Tor, we're gonna look at the new you. There it is.
Oh, yeah.
So I said we were gonna do this, and we did it. Tor eventually,
Plug
So what
the
is-
stream, Belly.
What does this
plug the
do?
stream.
What does this do, Belly? Will this like take the place of Tor?
So for the listener, Belly has created a YouTuber for Tor.
What's a VTuber?
Exactly. That's a good question.
Here, I'll play the audience right now. Okay, one. Okay, I have 3 questions. 1, what's a VTuber? 2, Belly, why did you want to make Tor into a VTuber? And 3, will this take the place of Tor?
I think the answer to all of those is yes. So VTubers, I'm not sure what it
What's a
stands
VTuber? Yes.
but it's this genre. It's like a subgenre of streaming or like YouTube essay content where instead of showing your face, you have an avatar. And technology has progressed enough that your webcam can track your eyes and your mouth and your head movements and map it onto these characters and stream that basically with no lag.
It's essentially a filter, to be honest.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like the new Street Fighter 6.
Yeah.
In what way?
You can like manipulate their facial features.
Oh, really?
You can like in the loading screens for fights, you can like manipulate and make their faces change.
Okay,
Is
so
this
the
version
last
2?
This is version 2. Version 1 is the one I made on stream, twitch.tv/belly television. Version 2, Tor hopped on, and this was Tor's vision.
So very long fingers and kind of a Zack-like body.
I mean, the
What do you
ass
mean
is
by
not
Zack?
nearly...
But it's like if you just give it some cheeks, it would basically be Zack, the body.
Long arms. Tor, do you have any thoughts on this?
I don't.
I'm sorry. I was looking up most popular VTuber. Sorry, I was doing clerical. I am so flustered right now. No,
Tor, this
so I
is
was
your life, dude.
I wanted exaggerated
What
body
is it,
proportions.
It kind of has my dad's body. He's kind of got those orangutan arms.
Yeah, it's okay.
Oh, that's very cool.
Well, the most popular VTuber is Gower Gura. I don't know how. And I'm gonna just see what she has to do, because like I don't understand what they do. They seem to just talk in like exaggerated childish voices.
Yeah,
But
so this
there's
is
probably more to it.
Like
this is a subgenre within.
Tor. Here, I'll do it. Put it on one.
Wait,
Put it on one.
Okay.
I am Tor. I'm having a hop and jump and good time with all of you. Like and subscribe. I'm running to you. I'll be your girlfriend.
Oh no,
Chewy, I'll be your secret girlfriend.
Okay. So there is a subgenre that we've been alluding to or referencing that is people do voices.
I'm running over
is,
to your house to kiss you.
I think strange from my vantage point.
I'm gonna run over to your house.
But there are
maybe
just
we
people
can
who just
snuggle.
use the avatar. It's a face filter, as Zach
Yeah,
said.
it's interesting. I'm watching like, you know how when you go to people's YouTube pages, there's like one that plays automatically. That's usually like an overview.
Yeah.
And like, so what I'm getting from Gower Gura is that she's some sort of fish. That's also a girl.
Oh, so you can be a fish. Now, has the FBI figured out how to weaponize this?
I'm sure there are.
The FBI infiltrated the VTuber
sure.
space yet?
I'm sure. I mean, yeah.
Zach, you could try that at Acme tonight.
To accomplish what though? What are they trying to crack down?
To take down the virtual fish people.
Yeah, I feel like I walked in on like something that was very insane that went down. But we don't have to litigate it if it's already covered. But like, there's lawyers and shit involved and stuff.
With what?
Oh yeah, who broke their leg?
So he broke their leg at Acme.
Oh, that doesn't matter.
Okay.
That was
All right.
Tor Ahmed broke his leg
Kalaf?
like a month ago. Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought it was.
It's old news. Belly,
Okay.
you posted something very interesting in the group chat earlier about there's an AI. What does this AI thing do? It fills in pictures for you?
Oh yeah, so just
It's
from
an
the
AI
front lines of
generative
my job
on
as a
Photoshop.
designer.
So this will replace photographers.
Yeah, I basically, for the listener, I can't pull it up right now, but I had my wife take like a professional headshot just with her phone. And there was one image that I liked that she did of me, but it was like she cut off part of my like shoulder. Like it
Yeah.
was kind of cropped weirdly. And so using the newest version of Photoshop, I just told Photoshop to fill in the second half of the photo, and it did immediately on the first try. Those images I sent to you, I didn't do any editing to that. So this
Wow.
is their generative AI. That's what they're calling it, I think.
Mhm.
And it's in beta still, but I use Photoshop, so I have access to it.
I'm submitting for a print ad. Could I do that with my entire face? Could I just be like, okay,
We could-
AI,
We
Give
can
me-
try it. Yeah, let's try it.
Give me because it asked for like 5 different types of pictures.
So
and then
yeah,
I
we can
just
try
show
it.
up. Then I just show up.
I saw like some like really insane things where people were like generating, like a person took a picture of themselves in bed and then used AI generative fill to like set it up to look like they're in a hospital bed. And the whole meme was like, "Oh, I can't come to this, social function because I'm in the hospital." And they generated the hospital bed. They generated the IV going into their wrist. They generated the nurse. It's like, it's actually pretty good and scary. But like, I think
the hands.
most
The nurse had like 6 hands or 6 fingers.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
you can tell that like if you knew that it was AI, it would like be very obvious, but you could see it fooling someone.
So yeah, it's a good grift coming on the horizon.
Mm-hmm.
So could I use these for the headshots to get selected for this print campaign?
Yeah, let's send them to me, Mike, and then we'll try it out.
What do
And
I
then-
have to send you?
Just the
Just
photo.
the pictures. Yeah.
Yeah, picture.
Oh, so I gotta take the photos?
Well, you can use some
but
of Mike's headshots.
take a nice photo with the nicest camera you have of you, and then send that to me, and then we'll try see what kind of scenarios we can put you in.
You should put him in the PGA tour, or no,
Yeah,
the Live Golf PGA merger tour.
Put me in the fiery depths of hell.
Okay.
Speaking,
Actually, I might be able to just do this on stream as we do it.
yeah,
I could set that up.
Show it off. It looks really great.
Just put me in the fiery depths of hell,
Okay.
Speaking of
and I'll
Live,
submit those to
We'll do that
Yeah,
at the
this-
end.
to this Health Partners campaign.
so many people, Mike, have been asking me about your takes about Live and PGA and
Why?
this merger, because they know that you are a golf aficionado and this is a golf podcast. And I know we touched on it a little bit last week.
What do they want to know, though?
They want to know, like, okay, it seems now that everyone who stayed with PGA is getting screwed, right?
How so?
Well, because the PGA basically said that they were going to blacklist anyone who worked with Live, and now they're being subsumed by Live, right? So
Yeah.
you lost out on work if you stayed with the PGA.
Not just work, hundreds of millions of dollars that you in no way could ever earn on the PGA, or even through sponsor deals.
Right. So that's the question, is that if someone has stayed with PGA, is there any payout for them, or did they just make the wrong move?
No, you're an idiot.
Okay. Well,
You're an idiot.
Sucks for you. It sucks to be you.
It sucks for you. I mean, the most important thing about this is always follow the bag.
Yeah, never have principles.
Like you're a
And then
professional
there's money
golfer.
involved, yeah.
You have to pay your way into every tournament. So it's like Colin Morikawa, yeah, they offered you $100 million, and what? You wanted to stay with PGA so you could keep tucking in your shirt? Like, yeah, fucking you snooze, you lose, dude.
Damn, bro.
So yeah, I mean, listen, if Colin Morikawa somehow placed top 5 for the rest of his career, he could make about 20% of that offer that he would have made in a year.
But like, now Liv is signing those guys,
impossible.
right? Right?
Huh?
Like, Liv is now signing those guys, right? Or no?
No.
The money.
The money deals are over.
Whoa.
The Liv loyalists will get like, they'll get their contracts, they'll get paid out, but that type of stuff's over because the war's over. Liv has won. PGA has crumbled. PGA has been crushed. Just like the Writers Guild. Just like SAG will be. Just like anyone in the creative arts. Just like live performers.
Okay, I've been quiet because I'm trying to do things behind the scenes, but
just like Bruce Willis.
Go off, Mahatma Lester.
I mean, everything is gone.
I mean, Bruce Willis had a fantastic career.
Sure, so did a lot of these golfers that turned down the money.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll never come close to making the money they were offered. So that's just something they'll have to tell their children and their family and their grandchildren as their bodies break down and they don't make a tenth of what they could have made in a year over a lifetime. Because what? You wanted to remain loyal to a company that would fucking kick you to the curb for playing a tournament in shorts?
So, a friend of the show, Greg Michael, asked the question, like, the EV best play. It's very hard to predict that, like, something like Liv would, dominate the PGA. The PGA has all of this.
It was very easy to predict it.
Well, just because of the amount of money?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Well,
yeah.
There's the answer there. Because the PGA has, like, the prestige, right?
Of what?
Of the...
tucked in shirts and long pants?
Yeah, and the jackets.
Okay. Well, what happened?
They were crushed.
They were crushed. They were crushed under the heels of Saudi Arabia.
I'm sorry I've been quiet. I am genuinely shocked.
I know an old photo. Okay. Put me in the fiery depth.
All right. All
right.
Let's see.
I remember taking these headshots.
You should give him a mustache.
All right. So it's
I like how it thinks
but you have to like select the area around.
Yeah, can you take my hairline back a little bit too? I don't got that anymore.
Okay. Give
for the listener.
Person balding?
I don't think that it's going to
let's just see, Zach. Okay. I don't even know.
What if it just cuts my head off?
Of the area. For the listener, if
we're trying this out, who knows, Zach? Who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah, who knows what's going to happen? Like we all knew what was going to happen when PGA went to war with the Saudis.
So for the listener, we are looking at a picture of Mike Lester.
What? Why did it turn you into like a Harkonnen? Why did it make you laugh? Why did it give you shit?
See, this is what I thought it would do.
Make this the thumbnail.
Okay.
Wait. Literally send me these so I can submit them.
Okay, so that's one. Let's do.
This is the most terrifying. Doesn't even look like a human being almost.
Zach is right.
Down to the area that you want to affect. Otherwise, it will try to replace everything in its area with AI stuff.
We
That's
can make.
kind of funny. Here's another command. Make me into the devil.
Okay, hold on. We'll try this.
Dude, this is freaking awesome. I mean, yeah, AI can do anything. It's over, dude.
I'll just say make Mike Lester into the devil.
Yeah.
Let's see it compute that.
Here we go.
Yeah, but the
Is it
thing is,
thinking?
though,
What if it makes like Elon or something?
46%.
we're
Folks,
waiting
you
for
got to
Kagan
be
for it.
watching on
Yeah,
YouTube.
folks. YouTube.com.
Oh, no.
That's so scary. What the fuck?
That's scary, bro.
Your new avatar,
Dude,
Mike.
zoom in
You're like
on
a
this.
Navi
Zoom in on
dog.
this. Yeah, zoom in on this.
Hold on.
Like-
Okay, there we go.
Oh
There we
my
It put the
God.
devil on your shirt. And then just made you blue for some reason.
Well, the first one's the scariest. It looks like one of my dad's roommates. Yeah.
What's coming
this
out of
guy?
your nose in that one?
I think cocaine. That one kind of looks like Zach. Go back to the middle one. Yeah, that
How
kind of
does
looks
this
like
look like
Zach.
me? Maybe if I have a beanie
It,
on.
it looks kind of like shoes you'd wear.
Zach, it kind of looks like your face.
Okay,
Hair
I want to
color.
try the inverse of this and put you in a scenario, Mike.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, all
Put
right.
Mike Lester in 9/11.
We'll let
Let
you
me
do
get
that.
my Adobe account suspended.
I don't think it will.
All right.
So
Will
this
it?
is an Adobe AI?
Yeah. So this Tor, we were talking about. So because I use Photoshop and Adobe Creative Suite for my work, I have access. This is like in beta still, but I have access to it. So I was trying it out today.
I have one that probably will be a little less.
Did
what
you
about
put me in there?
It's happening.
Mike
It's
Lester.
loading.
Mike Lester as a missile launched at the Pentagon.
Ooh, I like that.
See, you don't need to go to Acme, Zach, because this is going to replace Acme. You know?
What?
What the fuck?
It's just gonna be
That is
we're getting
pretty
a
crazy,
radio
though.
album.
I think it tries to avoid like certain scenarios that are problematic.
Yeah, it's probably okay. Wait. Mike Lester as a drone striking a hospital.
What is Tor on?
What do you mean?
I'm
This
sorry,
is classic Tor humor.
I've got something that like I saw something while we were chatting here that I can't stop thinking about. But I'll save it till we're off this because this is much more fascinating and funny.
This headshot got me a lot of work back in the day.
It's got you're kind of ambivalent looking, you know. You got that aloofness to it. It's
This is back when I.
Okay, so this is I put you in the PGA Golf Tour.
I mean,
Okay.
that's
What's
probably
that big
you're
blob
like
by my foot?
I don't know.
That's
it looks
like a crystal or something.
it's a mud trap,
An agate. It looks like an agate.
a chocolate egg maybe.
Or maybe it's like
Mike
Oh.
Lester in
Oh,
Candyland.
make Mike Lester into Bruce Willis. Let's see what it does
Okay.
there.
Let's have this be the last one, and then
Okay.
we'll do other stuff.
Yeah, there's
I mean,
plenty of stuff to get to. Although, like, Mike, what do you think is like required for an effective headshot? Because Nina's been doing a lot of headshots.
It's not going to matter anymore. Headshots aren't going to matter anymore.
It's all about your
should
AI
be
prompts.
You should be asking, what is an effective AI prompt? Because headshots and real faces aren't the future.
All right, it's loading.
You'll be competing with Howie Mandel scans.
Yeah.
So, well, okay. So Nina's been doing what?
She's been doing headshots for comics.
Oh
Which-
yeah, I mean,
But
Okay.
a lot of comics, and I won't name who.
oh,
are
that's
like,
a good one.
These are actually pretty crazy.
I don't
I don't
really see
know.
what's Bruce Willisy about them.
Yeah, I think it's just a different
That
person.
first guy has he's got like 5 nostrils
Yeah.
and a guitar.
This guy looks like Walt Jr.
This guy.
That looks like Aaron.
Yeah.
This
I like that one.
That looks like Tor's son.
I was gonna say it does that have a bit of me vibe to it.
This is Tor's son getting his headshots done.
Okay.
So
All
what
right.
were you
no
asking,
more
Zach,
banishing that.
about headshots?
Yeah, just
I
about
just
like
said,
what
"Oh,
makes
no."
an effective headshot, because a lot of comics have a lot of ideas, right? They want to look funny, they want to look silly, they want to look awkward. But then
what
if
are you trying to do?
take an effective headshot that you can use
But for what?
Well, for a festival or a headlining spot or for an indie show that you might be booked on, or for your website.
If people are looking to invest in headshots, I would say you should invest in a healthy drinking water supply instead.
Speaking of, I just dropped my water bottle very awkwardly, so I have to go.
I would invest in a reserve of clean drinking water instead of headshots.
Reverse osmosis filter.
Just get your friend who has the newest iPhone or Samsung phone.
I mean, honestly,
take a picture of you.
Any pic I've had to submit for a print campaign, I just take on the iPhone and it's fine.
Just get some nice lighting, not too bright. Overcast day. Go outside.
Go outside. Yeah, you go outside. It's got to be like dusk, close to golden hour, and that is the best lighting you can get.
Yeah. Counterintuitively, you don't want like super bright light. You want like overcast or
you want dusk.
Low, yeah, dusk.
You want dusk, and then you also need ammo. You're gonna need ammo.
Yes,
and you're gonna need to know who you can trust.
Avatar.
Yeah.
Go grab a gun and a grenade. Is that Lou Ferrigno? Who is your avatar, Tor?
It's a still from a Devo video, right?
It's a still from a Devo video. I just thought it was a hilarious thing. It's called freedom of choice, and he's making a decision.
We should use AI to generate the rest of this, right? Or like the rest of his body.
I thought you meant the rest of the podcast.
I mean, we've been doing that for the last few episodes.
We've been doing it for weeks, honestly, and AI's doing a bang up job.
It captures all of my awkward pauses, all of my bad puns.
Yeah, like this is real, like human interaction. What Zach's doing, and people want to hold on to this.
Mm-hmm. And it captures all of your depressing diatribes about death and the end of creativity.
Yeah, what's depressing about it? It's reality.
Everyone loves reality, famously. Everyone loves just taking a hard look in the mirror and being like, I see what everyone's seeing.
Yeah, it's like the Memento Mori, like meditations on death, like the poem on death. And like I think studies show if people who like recite that every day are like calmer or less stressed.
Think of it this way. They're not headshots. They're good options for your obituary photo in 5 years.
Every photo you take could be your obituary photo.
Think about that next time you take the selfie with the sundae.
I like that.
This will be a good in memoriam photo. Should we do some of this mailbag?
Yeah, folks, that's kind of the concept I think of this app. We've been naughty boys and neglecting our mailbag chat in our Discord. Join our Discord also.
I don't know how our Discord stays active.
It's a very active Discord, which is one of my joys in this world.
Shouts out to Mr. Nivid, to
although Belly, I will say
Chewy,
this. I will say this, Belly. I will say this, and this is in defense of Zach. Belly posed a question on Twitter that has Zach seen any of the Lord of the Rings movies?
Yeah.
If you go back early in I Love You Mandalore, when Zach's doing Zoom, he literally has a Gollum, a framed Gollum puzzle in his childhood. So
That's
Zach,
true.
you were Lord of the Rings pilled early on.
It isn't framed; it's just glued together. But yeah,
And hanging from your wall.
yeah, that's true. And I had other posters, some of which have fallen down. But I was very big on Lord of the Rings at the time.
I know. I ate my words and I left the tweet up because Zach had receipts. I recognized I was wrong almost instantaneously.
Okay, for the listener who maybe
Not
isn't
very
following,
often are the receipts more embarrassing than the accusation.
So for the listener who maybe isn't following on Twitter, Belly called me out because I put some kind of promo on the podcast account that was
And I
like
thought he was quoting it wrong, but he
It was like-
wasn't.
my sword, my bow, my podcast. Making
Great
a
promo. We
Great
all,
promo, Zach. Thank you.
all the retweets were from us.
3 days later, after the pod premieres. Thank you. Thank you, Zach.
3.
Yeah,
It was like 2.
It was
Maybe
delayed.
It was delayed.
was
For sure
delayed.
delayed.
It was maybe a Saturday.
Look,
yeah.
who's on Twitter anymore? It's just us.
There you
Who's
go.
up?
We don't
Who's
want
up?
listeners on
It's
Twitter.
verified accounts.
Everyone's on TikTok.
You
Yeah,
know
we
who
want-
is on Twitter? Victoria, my mom.
That's true.
Yeah,
Do we
but
want her as a
is she
listener?
our Irish viewer?
Okay, my mom has been like, I have to talk about this because she's been like, she is so focused on this. It's like, you know, in her mind, her anxiety level is like, you know, the war in Ukraine has been like the top, right? But now, recently, in the
Found a
last
new
few
thing?
weeks, yes, for sure. Which
What
is,
is it?
our garage door, the garage door that she's had for like over 30 years, like before I was born, it stopped working. It shorted out. So she hired a company to come and repair their garage door, and they replaced the garage door with a newer model. However, there's been multiple issues with this new garage door. The motor has failed multiple times. It will work for a few days, then it will falter. She has to call the company, and they'll come back. It's been an ongoing process. And then she's like constantly pissed at this company for replacing the garage door with a faulty model. And then they laid this bombshell on her, which is that the motor for our original garage door was still working. And they were just like replacing it with a newer model because that's what they had in stock. And they threw away the original one. And she just went ballistic. And she called the company and she just said, like, oh, I'm going to report you to the Better Business Bureau for trying to swindle an old lady.
I don't think the Better Business Bureau is a thing anymore.
They're not gonna
It
do
is,
shit.
it is. Oh yeah, they're not gonna
I
do
think
shit.
I think she could call and speak to a robot at the Better Business Bureau, which I don't
Is
know.
she
if
on
that
Yelp? I imagine, is Victoria on Yelp? Is she
No,
going to
is
leave
Is
a
she a
lot of
Yelper?
scathing reviews?
She's not on Yelp, but maybe this will drive her to Yelp. She's
I
very
don't think
upset.
Yelp. I don't think Yelp is going to help either.
She is demanding to have her money back.
Can I
Full refund?
can I
Full refund.
can I give you my opinion on that?
Yeah.
She's never going to see a dime of it.
Well, she feels
Probably
like
not.
she's being taken advantage of as a senior.
She was.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what they do. They try to do the same thing with us when one of our garage door clickers like wasn't working. It just had to be reprogrammed. They're like, well, you should look into just replacing the whole unit. And I was like, well, we'll see. We'll see about that, Stefan.
Guys, I can't
see
sit
about
on this
that.
anymore.
What's going on,
I
Tor?
need to show you. I've been attempting to figure out what VTubers was, and I want to start with the not.
Tor is
the
still
not-
on that path.
We are going back to seg 1 of this
We
episode.
are like 100 segs away from
I'm gonna drop you in. This was the fifth
Zach,
most
you are
popular.
so in the dark, dude.
What do you
the
mean?
lighting is changing now.
You're
dark.
backlit, Zach.
Yeah, it's very bright outside, and so it looks dark in here. You always have a critique of my setup. Either the chair is too creaky.
Well, it's always changing,
Yeah,
Zach.
it's not good.
It's
Well,
always changing.
I came to Nina's place. This is Nina's studio, Shay Nina, and I came here because Aaron was supposed to come and join and talk to us about something or other, but he bailed because he's having a potential crisis about his apartment situation.
Oh no!
Which I'm sure we'll learn more about next week when we do our Wrestle Complainia crossover.
Oh, it's not going to be about that.
Tor, will you make the browser a little taller so it shows
Zach,
up?
It's not going to be about that.
There's this is some teaser for next week. Aaron and Mike.
Aaron has a bombshell.
And some announcement. Is it about my neighbor and the barbecue that we were at? Me and Aaron and Nina were at a barbecue went to a barbecue after watching Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Barbecue is a very generous term for what this thing sounded like.
Yeah, well, okay, so it is about that.
No, it's not about that. He told me about that, though.
Okay, so yes, it wasn't quite a barbecue because it was inside, and also we went there at 10 p.m. But
yeah,
no,
you were 4 hours late after the barbecue ended, Zach.
Well, because the movie started at the same time as the barbecue, and Across the Spider-Verse is so fucking long.
How was it?
It's a 2.5-hour movie that doesn't have an ending.
Yeah, so it's like any other movie.
But the animation is pretty cool. That's I was talking with Belly on his stream. Hey, plugging Belly TV.
Thank you.
But I was talking about how it kind of relates to the Fast and Furious franchise in that, like, the Fast and Furious Fast X is supposed to be like a part of like a multi-part saga, right? I don't know if they.
Wow,
so I don't get this, Zach. Like,
you're really just
the idea that it's a sequel. I don't get.
Well,
Fast isn't the first movie to do that.
It's like Fast and the Furious in the sense that there are multiple movies in the series.
But Fast X, right? Like, it's supposed to be like part one of a like maybe a 2 or 3.
Lord of the Rings is like a car-free Fast and the Furious.
Okay. I just didn't like how it like drops a to be continued.
I see.
Well, that's every that's going to be every movie, Zach. Wait till the Plato movie drops and you go and see that.
The Plato movie or the Play-Doh movie?
Plato, like the toy.
Zach?
I would go see a Play-Doh movie.
They're not making a movie about Play-Doh.
Okay.
Aaron was like saying, like, could you imagine if that happens in Oppenheimer? Like, you just
my god!
You watch 3 hours of Oppenheimer and it drops to be continued. Oppenheimer will return.
Zen is telling us to do it.
Now we just need to cue in the Titanic music.
What is happening?
Or wait, it's lagging. It's like wait, send the link and I'll share this. I think
Okay.
it's probably better.
We traveled through
I'm
time, Zen.
hallucinating.
We have dimensional travel. May I remind you that instead of the chat war,
I'm
Here,
very-
let's do some mailbag questions.
Tor, send me the link that you have
I
for
will.
this, and I'll do it on my end. Okay.
Here,
Let's do mailbag. Let's do
I'll-
mailbag.
You want to cue that up, Bill?
Listener voicemail, not listener voicemail, listener mailbag. So folks, we've been naughty boys. We have not answered mailbag questions for half a year, I think,
Months.
conservatively, months.
Oh
And
my
yet,
God.
and yet they're still posting in that channel, regular posting.
We
So I
love our
thought it'd be
Discord
nice
members.
to, extend an olive branch to our loving community to let you know we do know you exist, and we
Speaking
think
of
about
our
you.
community, we had a huge turnout at the Sisyphus draft this past Sunday. We had 10 people, several people from our community. We had Witzel, we had Chewy, we had Greg Michael, we had Sam Islandfeld, we had Brad. I forget his screen name, but we had a bunch of people from our community. It was a huge success.
So here's a question. I got, and this might not be applicable anymore. I got offered a job promotion, but I'd have to come in 5 days a week. I currently work from home 3 days a week. 10%.
This is a listener question. Yeah.
10% raise. Is it worth it? Now, the question I pose back to you, listener, is: are you exhibiting signs of long COVID? Because if you already are, you should just go in 5 days a week. What does it matter?
just speed up accelerationist.
Yeah.
Speed up the end. I don't think 10% is worth it, to be honest.
What did I mean? So it really depends, right? Like if you're if you're a freelance contractor, 10% might matter. But if it's gonna get cut out of your taxes anyways, like what is 10%? It's kind of raises nowadays in the workplace are jokes.
Okay, what is a joke, Mike? What's serious to you? That is an AI. Or
what do you mean?
I'm just saying, like, okay, is this
serious?
Is this a kind of move? Is this the kind of move that you think is going to enhance your career? Right? In the Discord, people were talking about like, oh, maybe job hunting is better than accepting this kind of raise.
Maybe you should get headshots.
But, we're in a recession right now. It's not super easy or as easy as it was maybe 12 months ago to job hunt or job hop. Maybe you can take this position. You come in 5 days a week for 6 months, and then you move on to your next position. And then you can show on your resume, oh, I had this title change.
After this next election, the only thing we'll be hunting is each other. So think about that.
I think it comes down. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go, Tor. You go.
I think it comes down to workload. Like 3 and 5 days. We don't know like what the workload is like. Spread between those days. I don't know. I feel like
I know who this listener is.
Yeah, that was going to be my point. Knowing the listener who submitted this question, I feel like they're already pretty senior, and I don't think in lieu of.
I would counteroffer, honestly, and see if you can get more.
That's a good point. And the question is whether or not this comes with a title change or if it's just a raise with additional responsibilities.
You would be, even in like my thing I'm doing now, it's like there's always an opportunity for negotiation. If it ends in a question mark, you always have the wiggle room to negotiate, and the worst they can say is no. And it doesn't seem like the company wants to lose you. So, my honest answer is try to negotiate for a higher raise. Try to get maybe some of your transport covered even. Like, try to get more. Try to get you need to always get more because it's a fight for survival at this point.
Yeah, the end is nigh. So
yeah,
you know what I call my workload? It's when I jerk off at home when I'm working.
Jesus Christ. Any Thanksgiving horror stories, guys?
Oh, I got so many of those. What year do you want?
Question.
What year?
1997. I'm just kidding.
So 1997. That is when my dad got into a drunken dispute with one of my uncles. I remember that vividly.
Is this question from November?
Yes. That's how far back.
It's from today.
That's how far back we're going.
It's in today's queue, so we have to take it as today.
What was the dispute about? I'm curious.
I don't remember. I was 5.
Do you have any? Is there like any specific like food thrown or?
No, I just remember like the shadows of them like tussling on top of the landing, and like people are screaming like, "You're gonna fall down the stairs! You're gonna fall down the stairs!" And then my dad took a long walk and came back sobbing and asking for forgiveness and was clearly drunk.
Those like cranberry like cans like. Yeah. I've always wanted to pick one of those up and throw them. I feel like that'd be really fun to throw at somebody.
My sister once took a shoe off and threw it at my dad's face at Thanksgiving.
What a magical time.
Wild, dude. It was like unprompted.
Best Thanksgiving.
She's like, that's what you get for
That's what you get for breaking my fucking coffee table. And he's like, what coffee table? What are you talking? It was a pane of glass on 2 cinder blocks. It's like the
that's
welt
super
of the
easy to
shoe.
make.
The welt of the
break.
shoe is growing on his face. Any other trauma you want to know about?
No, I was just curious. Well, what kind of food do you think? What's best Thanksgiving food?
God, I mean, if it's there, probably macaroni and cheese. That's up there.
Potato guy. Any form of potato.
For me,
this is insane. We're answering these in June.
For me, it's got to be whatever my neighbor Esther made, because that's what we're eating Thanksgiving.
Wow,
yeah,
Zachy.
whatever Zach's mom makes him for free.
Oh yeah, I always forget about potatoes. Like every time I cook with them, I'm like,
Wait,
why don't I cook with these more? And then like I always forget about it.
That's quite
Potatoes are cool.
That's quite the statement. I always forget about potatoes.
Esther makes a fantastic like corn, like a corn. It's like it's not like a corn salad, but it's like roast corn cut off the cob.
Is Esther Sebastian's former owner?
No, it's the other neighbor. No,
what's Sebastian's owner's name?
The barbecue, the cold ribs, 3 hours late barbecue, where we basically raided Esther's.
That reminds me. This past weekend, I went to like rural Minnesota to visit my mom, and we went out to her 88-year-old friend's Pearl's house, and Pearl lives like out in the middle of nowhere. And Pearl, like at one point, Pearl gets up and she goes into like this side room, and she reemerges. I hear like a few crashing noises in the side room, and she reemerges with this tin of like Norwegian cookies. They're called like krumdekake or something.
Krumdekake.
They're called like krumdekake or something. But she opens this tin, and like a poof of dust comes up, and she's like, "Let's all have a cookie." And my mom's like snickering. She's like, "Yeah, Mike, have a cookie." So like politely, because Pearl's staring at me, I like put it in my mouth and like bite down. And Pearl's like, "Yeah, those are from winter of 2015." Just 8-year-old cookies. And I'm like fucking dying in my seat.
I'm sure they're fine. They were like
2015.
Zach, it was horrid.
2015.
What did it taste like, Mike?
It tasted like dust.
Oh my god! Yeah, all of the sugar is desiccated. It's just dust. It's literally dust.
It
There's
was
also like eggs and stuff in it that can go bad.
Yeah, it was called krumdekake or something. And they were
it's
like
krumkaka.
Yes, that's what it is, Tor. And yeah, it was heinous, but I didn't want to be impolite to Pearl.
Nina's showing the ribs that we absconded from Esther's.
Hello,
now, Nina, are those good ribs?
Mike asks if the ribs good.
They don't have a ton of. They're good. They don't have a ton of seasoning on them. I went and bought barbecue sauce.
Oh,
no.
Yeah, Nina prefers wet ribs. I'm more of a dry ribs guy.
Zach likes a dry, flavorless rib.
You just like meat? Is that?
We're like the Capulets and the Montesquieu's that way. Is that what they're?
Montagues.
Montagues.
The corn is really good.
I mentioned the corn. I mentioned the corn being good, right? And Nina collaborated my story.
Shout out Nina.
Corroborated.
Thank you, Nina.
Collaborated.
Yeah, I should have brought back some of Pearl's krumdekake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll eat it.
This
Fuck it.
As like wood filler.
I'll eat an
This
8-year-old
lady
cookie.
is wild though. She's 88 years old. She lives on 18 acres out in the country alone, where she used to breed Siberian horses. And she's like, after I eat this cookie, she's like, "You want some pie?" And I was like, "No, I don't want any pie." And then she like scuttles away again into the garage, and she just keeps her pies loose in the garage.
Like, what do you mean loose?
Like not
they're,
in.
They're open air. It's it's just pies on shelves in her
How do they
garage.
not get
That's great.
absconded with?
That makes me happy.
Because
Yeah,
she's
the-
out in the
hobo
country,
community-
Tor. No
the hobo
one's around.
community ain't what it used to be.
Have you guys ever
They
seen
ain't,
Siberian
they
Siberian
aren't like
horse?
put in the hieroglyphics on the posts anymore.
She said too she has a gun.
Of course she does. She lives out in the country.
Yeah, she's like, I got Jack. She's got a little dog. She's like, Jack's my alarm system, and then I got my home defense under the bed.
Dude,
There you go.
old ladies love bragging about their guns. Like,
Yeah.
my grandma's always like, well, I got my Smith & Wesson if anyone wants to come bother me. She's always
Oh,
talking about-
here's topical. What's the favorite first-person shooter of everyone in the pod? Another
I can answer
listener
that.
mailbag.
It's probably gonna be 18 months from now.
That's that's
You're gonna be so disappointed when 18 months from now you still have to pay your mortgage.
I'll pay it. I'll be able to. I'm gainfully employed.
Tor,
Well,
what
I
were
can-
you
I
gonna
can-
say?
But if you
Um,
truly believe that the apocalypse is coming, why would you care?
What?
you gotta take
Okay.
care of yourself, man.
I gotta take care of myself, Zach. I don't live with my mom
Wow.
No, okay. So
like you do for the past.
I gotta
4
defend
years.
my mom from the super mutants or whatever.
Oh, she's gone.
Okay, we
eye patch should become punished,
She's a-
Victoria.
She's a goner.
yeah, we established this last ep 240.
You'll be skinned alive.
She's gonna first enact revenge on the garage people, and then she's going to build a war band.
She'll probably double cross you, Zach. If anything,
That's how she
she'll
loses.
be
the
like,
eye.
"You've never paid me anything."
I'll be like Master Blaster for my mom, you know? I'll just be like, she's like gonna be on my shoulders directing me.
She's gonna master blast you between those cheeks.
So, like, please
Okay.
don't more talk about
You're
Black.
What
gonna-
about-
and Zach's mom.
she's gonna gloin you right up the cheeks.
Okay, what about what's everyone's favorite?
First person shooter. I can answer that. I
I haven't played one in a long ass time.
This is embarrassing for me, actually. This is kind of embarrassing, but Borderlands, because
Hey.
wow.
the
okay.
writing
That's a good
is
answer.
so cringe. Like it's like 40-60. Like 60% of the writing is just terrible. But like, I guess I haven't played the third one, but like, I like the art style, and I like the fun guns, and you can just have fun.
Does Fallout 3 count as a first-person shooter?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I suppose it would.
I gotta say that then, as far
It's a
as
good game.
like hours logged, and I know it
Vegas.
doesn't. I know. Well, I said 3. I know it. I know it doesn't count either. Probably as a first-person shooter, but I really got into Gears of War.
Ooh.
Yeah, I guess that's third.
I think
person.
that's third, right?
person.
And,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
isn't
Yeah.
Red
It's
Dead
like very
Redemption
close.
third person?
Yeah, that's also third.
Can we switch it to third-person shooter?
Oh, I'd
Sure.
like that. Yeah, can we do that? Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Is that-
Let's
This
disregard
basically-
this.
It's basically Grand Theft Auto or Red Dead Redemption. Yeah.
Yeah, and mine's is Horizon Zero Dawn or
Oh,
Horizon
sure.
Forbidden West because I can shoot arrows.
Is
Ooh,
Pikmin
actually,
a
Stalker
first-person
might
shooter?
be. What is?
Yeah.
Pikmin?
Honestly,
Actually, Dwarf
Luigi's
Fortress
Mansion-
is my favorite first-person
Luigi's
shooter.
Mansion
First-person
might be a
shooter.
third-person shooter.
Luigi's Mansion slaps. I mean, yeah, I don't care about.
That's a good
video
answer.
games
Luigi's
anymore, though.
Mansion for favorite FPS.
Okay, I used to really like TF2. I played a lot of TF2.
Teferi?
Yeah,
Team Fortress.
Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. No, yeah, Team Fortress 2. Yes. Thankfully, there's no 2-mana Teferi. That would be 3-mana Teferi was pushing it enough.
Okay, here's
Pretty
another
fair.
question, kind of still topical. Can you guys talk about how you feel about video game subscription-based models? The future of owning is coming to an end, so you are locked in. Pay to play.
Is this
I
before?
personally hate
Is this before or after the grid collapses?
I maybe probably after.
Okay,
No, it's
then-
got to be before.
We're
Then it
all
won't
we're all
matter.
forced to be plugged in like the Matrix, and
The servers
Arena
that
Royale.
register your subscription are going to be down when the grid collapses.
Uh-huh.
I will be out golfing when that happens, so I will not be plugged in.
But you have to pay to be on the court on the greens, right?
No,
So
I
that is
don't.
kind of
I didn't pay today.
Oh, really? How'd that work?
If there's no starter, I'll just walk out there.
Is that frowned upon, or is that bad?
I cannot judge Mike because I've been I ended my membership to the bouldering gym, but I have a punch
Zach,
card.
you can't judge me because you live to skim off the top.
I don't skim. I'm frugal.
Zach, you've had no bills in your adult life. You've had zero bills.
I pay my phone bill. I pay for
Oh
gas.
my God! Here we go. What's your phone bill?
Well, I've Mint Mobile, so it's
Yeah, Zach, you can't judge anyone, man.
But all I'm saying is that sometimes if there's no one at the front desk at the bouldering gym, I won't scan my punch card and just walk in.
I'm gonna call you in.
Uh-huh.
Be like, this guy's been stealing climbs. You should be on the lookout.
Wow.
This is an anonymous tip. Zach Kagan's been stealing climbs.
Okay. What about
Wait, real quick, Zach. I gotta go back to what Belly just put the funniest image in my head, where he said we're all gonna be plugged into the Matrix, but it's gonna be subscriptions. I'm just picturing all of our VTuber personas in Fortnite.
Yeah. We're gonna have to fight each other, and then we'll get shocked when we lose.
What is an example of a game where you have to pay a monthly subscription? I guess World of Warcraft, but that feels so antiquated.
Yeah.
I think what they mean is I think what they mean is this, right? You're not going to be able to own physical copies of games. You're going to have a library of games.
Like Netflix, like streaming.
Yeah, exactly. You have to pay a subscription to keep your library of games.
Oh,
it's
Xbox
not
Game Pass.
Yeah, Game Pass, yeah.
Gotcha. I've never
except if you pay it, they'll hunt you down.
I actually have on my PlayStation the Sony, I forget what it's called. PlayStation Plus, where I can ostensibly do that. I mean, it's kind of cool. I don't think I'm using it as much as I should, but I don't know. I like having the game too. That's probably better.
I'm just so happy I'm not going to Acme tonight.
I'm texting Sam Allman asking for a sign up. This is what I'm reduced to.
Wow.
What? Reduced to what?
Here's another one.
You choose to do this stuff.
What do you mean?
You choose to go.
Yeah, but I don't get put up. But I still want to socialize. I still want to see people.
Yeah, so so what's the problem?
Speaking of choosing, what would it take you to push you over the edge with your favorite IP to disown them? ?
I've disowned all my favorite IPs already.
Okay.
And to be quite honest, I've disowned most of humanity. It doesn't take a lot. It doesn't take a lot when you open your eyes and realize that there are only two guarantees in this life.
I have thought about this, and Belly,
which is suffering and death.
Yeah, Zach posed this to me on my stream, twitch.tv/bellytelevision. What would it take for me to be out on the Fast and Furious saga? And it was it's a hard. I'm still thinking about this.
It would take a lot. I feel like Vin Diesel would have to slaughter your family in front of you, Belly.
Yeah, that would probably be it.
Imagine Vinbook. Imagine a Vinbook live stream.
just the Vinbook of beheading of my family.
It's a Vin book.
I'm sorry.
Vin Diesel is standing in front of your child at home as it burns.
I think one way is for Vin to not be attached to the films anymore.
Really? So his absence.
Yeah, that might push me. Like I don't watch. There's like there. I looked this up the other day. There's like 7 seasons of like a Fast and Furious animated show on Netflix.
Oh
I have
my
no
God.
interest in watching that.
Would the experience of ego death make you quit it?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
Like what
Probably.
I've gone through?
yeah, probably. It is like this superficial identity indicator that I've latched
Zach,
onto.
what would it take you not to sign up
Yeah, that's a good question.
For Acme?
Yeah.
for anything,
honest-
for any sort of comedy?
Oh, just to like quit comedy?
Yeah, what's it gonna take?
I mean, I almost quit comedy a number of times, right? And then something like usually you miss the camaraderie of other comics. You like come up with a joke and you're like, oh, that kind of sucks that like I came up with a joke that's I think is funny and I don't get to like try it anywhere. And then like that kind of like percolation in your head brings you back.
Have you told the melatonin joke on stage?
How do you do that on stage?
I don't know. You're the comedian.
I guess so. Yeah. No, I haven't tried that. I think it's like honestly, it feels a little bit. I didn't think it was that funny. I was really surprised that went viral. To be honest,
Not funny stuff goes viral all the time.
there you have it, folks.
Yeah, I wouldn't
At
call
CA
myself
Kagan on Twitter.
I wouldn't call myself a comedian. I call myself a spiritual extremist.
Tor, do you have any favorite IP? What would it take for you to be out on Warhammer?
Or Devo.
Is Tor even there?
Okay, no, I'm sorry. I'm here. Shit. I realized I was muted because my my fucking mic got unplugged.
I just realized we haven't heard from Tor in
Yeah,
like 25 minutes since Thanksgiving.
I have been talking. My mic got unplugged and I didn't realize it. And I was just like, why are they ignoring me?
Well, Tor, if we could see you, maybe
Yeah,
we'd
we
have more
could
cues.
tell.
Fair enough.
If we could see your VTuber.
Yeah, if we could see your VTuber.
I like the dash cam, man.
The dash cam was great.
Dashcam is great. Yeah.
It was
No,
what I lived for, dude.
I do have an answer to the IP question. Like, but 40K. I don't know if I'd ever go out on 40K. I don't think they can do anything. It's just so fun and cool. So I don't know if they could. They've done lots of weird stuff. I was gonna say Bethesda though, like the game company, or Todd Howard specifically. I stuck with them through 76, so I don't it'd probably take a lot because I'm pretty hyped for Starfield.
I'm so hyped for Starfield. It looks cool.
Oh man,
yes, yeah.
I'm so fucking pumped. I can't wait. I might buy an Xbox just to play it. I'm so fucking.
Oh, you should, Tor. It's only like Xbox. What is it? The S
of the two.
They're pretty affordable. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like if it plays nice on there, then I'll probably
Yeah, they're capping it at 30 FPS. They're trying to do the story. They're not trying to like push it graphic. Performance wise.
Yeah. So. I've never been huge on like FPS just because I've never really played on a gaming PC. I'm just used to it at this point.
Yeah. Okay. So that was good answers. I think we hit a lot of the mailbag. So just listeners, we love you. I want you to know that we love you. We are monitoring that channel. So if you do want to refresh the diaper,
I think
we've emptied it.
The obvious question that we haven't answered, right, is what would it take for some of us to leave Magic? Of course, I think at least half of us have.
I feel like we have answered that question.
Left it, and it took me nothing.
If you want to answer that question, check out our backlogs. Just start listening.
It took me to wake up one day.
I mean, hey, the bounty for the One Ring has hit $2 million. A collector booster pack for the Lord of the Rings set is now $40 a pack because of this hype around this.
That's crazy. So that's actually once the once the hype dies down, once packs are open, that's gonna be great for prices, right, Zach? Because everyone's opening it. Okay, cool.
Exactly.
Because
Like,
I want to buy my little Hoggy Dwarfs cheapo singles. Okay, that makes me happy.
Just wait 2-3 weeks, and all the prices are
Hell
gonna
yeah.
crash.
All right, and with that, this is what VTubers are.
This is the 5th most popular one, and it was the first one that I found that didn't sexualize children, so I went with this one.
Okay.
This is what we're watching. This is what people. This is
bananas,
YouTube,
enter
apparently.
bananas, enter bananas, enter bananas, enter bananas, enter bananas, enter.
I have no idea what this is.
Yeah, we're gonna be just fine, folks.
This is
Recently-
Everything's gonna be
for no
all right.
reason.
Oh, there's Ryan Reynolds.
I hate him
doesn't
so
care.
Damn
much.
you, Ryan.
He
I
doesn't
hate
care
that
whether
man.
we
Why
live
don't
or
you tell a
die.
joke?
So how many views does this video have?
What are we? Circus monkeys.
61K.
Why
But I,
don't you
I think
start
this
off
is
with just a
primarily a
simple
Twitch
joke?
streamer.
Yeah,
This is
but
like a Twitch
61
streamer, I
views
think.
reflects a certain amount of crossover viewership. Also, I mean, look at the suit on that VTuber.
Zachy, calm down.
Trust me. This is the 5th most popular one of 2002, and it was the first
2002?
one I found that did not sexualize. 2022. Sorry, I missed a 2.
Yeah,
This is the only one that didn't sexualize children. So
I kind of like that little like character, the smaller dragon demon thing.
I think
And
that's
two
voice in
bananas.
chat. That happens pretty frequently.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah, that might be TTS.
Anyway,
All right,
Okay.
guys. I think we got
All right,
everything
guys.
we needed out of the way.
we did it.
To see you.
Wow.
We emptied our mailbag diaper.
Bless
I love you all.
Well, the people, we haven't answered the question: are Mana Rocks bad in EDH?
Goodbye.
Goodbye. We love you.
I love you, man.
Goodbye.